Russia has accused Ukraine and its Western allies of trying to push a temporary truce in the middle of the ongoing war, suggesting the move is driven by outside pressure rather than a genuine peace effort. Russian official Kirill Dmitriev claimed that Ukraine's latest proposal for a ceasefire does not address what Moscow sees as the root causes of the conflict, arguing that any pause without deeper concessions would be meaningless. Dmitriev made these comments in a post on the social media platform X on December 9, with Russian outlet RT reporting his remarks as part of a wider critique of Kiev's diplomatic overtures. He warned that such a ceasefire could be a trick designed to buy Ukraine time to rearm and regroup with Western help, rather than a step toward real de-escalation or reconciliation. President Volodymyr Zelensky has recently floated the idea of an energy truce with Russia, putting the focus on halting attacks on critical power infrastructure amid a lull in high-level, brokered diplomacy. The Ukrainian government is also preparing to approach American negotiators with a revised peace plan, hoping to re-energize talks involving Washington and other key partners. According to Dmitriev, allies in the United Kingdom and European Union are playing a major role in driving Kiev's push for a temporary ceasefire, reflecting their own war fatigue and domestic pressures. He emphasized that temporary agreements and limited pauses in fighting fail to provide any comprehensive solution, arguing that they only freeze front lines without resolving core disputes. After meeting Vladimir Putin in August, U.S. President Donald Trump said that any talks should be aimed at achieving a full peace deal, not merely a short-term ceasefire that postpones the conflict. Following that meeting, Moscow and Kiev agreed to a month-long truce on strikes against each other's energy infrastructure, an arrangement that was billed as a confidence-building step. Russian officials now claim that Ukraine systematically violated this earlier ceasefire, accusing Kiev of using the lull to reposition forces and continue certain types of operations. Moscow argues that another temporary armistice would simply give Ukraine time to rearm with fresh supplies and weapons from its Western allies, ultimately prolonging the war rather than ending it. Russian authorities insist that the underlying causes of the conflict must be addressed and resolved if there is to be any lasting peace, rather than papered over with short-term deals. Demands put forward by the UK and EU in ongoing peace talks have been described by Moscow as unacceptable, with Russian officials saying they amount to one-sided terms. Western nations, meanwhile, are pressing for a larger role in negotiations over Trump's 28-point peace plan, seeking to shape any eventual settlement to align with their security interests. Russia's latest statement comes as Trump increases pressure on Zelensky to hold elections in Ukraine, arguing that democratic legitimacy is essential even during wartime. Zelensky has responded that elections could be organized within 3 months, but only if Western allies provide sufficient security and funding to make voting possible under current conditions.